Hello everyone, this is Lolly. I have a project that I want to share with you. I had been wanting to come up with a traveler's notebook idea that used no elastics at all in it, and this is what I came up with. I did not put a tie on this, but I will mention in my series here how to do this. This is going to be a two-part video showing you how to construct it. The first one is how to construct the actual traveler's notebook, and then the other one is making the inserts and the embellishments, things like that. So if you want to see how this works, keep watching and I will show you the tutorial. I've got a pocket here, and this is my first insert, and it's in its own little pocket here. It's a junk journal style. And then this turns, I've got a pocket here, and I have a second insert in this pocket right here. This can hold up to 4 inserts, depending on how chunky you get it. We can also make the spine bigger. Oh, and this is an A6. It holds A6 inserts. So if this is something you're interested, stay tuned and I will show you the tutorial. All right, to the papers you're going to need, you're probably going to need 2 pieces of 12-inch paper or cardstock. It really needs to be a good sturdy cardstock. And the measurements are, for the cover, you're going to need 1 piece at 9 3/4 by 7, and then 1 piece also at 7 by 8 3/8. That's the inside part of it. And then for 2 pockets, we're going to need 7 as well by 3.5. So 3.5 by 7 times 2 of those. And then we also need 3.5 wide by however high you want. My goal is about 3. I think this is a little bit shorter than 3 because it's a remnant. So that's the total of those. Let's get this out, starting with the cover right here. We're going to start scoring those. So on the cover, right side up, we're going to score this at 4.5 and at 5 1/4. I'll go ahead and burnish these so I can see where my score lines are. Come in handy for later. Now, if you want your corners rounded, now is a good time to do that. I think I'm going to do the quarter inch rounders on these 2 right here, and these 2. All right, this is the Bow Bunny cardstock. It's nice and sturdy. Okay, and the next part that needs to be scored is this one, and that is the inside pocket holder. So put it long ways on here, and we need to score this one at, okay, 3.5 and at 8, sorry. 3.5 and then at 8. Now on this one, with turn it this way so that little 1/8 strip is right here. I want you to fold this one under, no, see, this way. Okay. There, like that. That's the pretty way. They're going to fold toward each other, in other words, like this. So on your, this piece here, still same thing, pretty side up, score it at 3.5 and 8. And then when you turn it over to the wrong side, fold both ones toward each other like this. And then to assemble, we are, oops, and the other thing is we're going to round these 2 corners right here. There we go. Now to assemble, we're going to glue right here and here on that short pocket here. That. And now on these 2 pockets, okay, these 2 pockets, we want to round 2 of the edges on the long sides. There we go, like that. One of them, and they're both going to go on the insides of the covers. And if you have a pattern on your paper that's a certain direction, make sure you are keeping an eye on this. This paper here is really good. It doesn't have a one-way pattern. And you will want to make sure that you do use liquid glue for this, for assembling this, because if you use tape runners, first of all, it's too wide. You can't get a narrow enough bead. And secondly, it will always be sticky. So when you go to put your inserts in these pockets, they're going to stick. Now, this is going to get glued into here, but this is going to be in my way. I'm going to go ahead and undo this now. So on our cover, you see we have two fold lines. This is going to get glued right here. Whether you want to use double-sided tape or not is up to you. And it's going to get glued right up against that first score line here, up against it, but not on top of it, because this has to be able to bend right here. Right up against there, but not on top of it. You're going to want to make sure that that holds really well. And if you want, you could fold that first score line over and use clips to hold that inside part in there. Like this. Okay, now here's what we have. Okay, you see the two sections here and here. You have a pocket here, you have a pocket here. You could add, and you have a pocket here, you could add one more of these pockets right here to hold another notebook. We'll explain why I chose to do this a little later. But we, in the meantime, have to glue this on here. So this is going to need one rounded. So here it is. We have this pocket, this pocket. I went ahead and added a pocket here. So again, 7 by 3.5, and we have this pocket. So 2 pockets here of the sideways ones and 1 vertical. So now we get to decorate it. So let's look at the papers we have in the kit. And I want to use some of these papers that came, and these are, what it is, Coffee and Tea kit, like that, by Designs by Reminisce. But I'm also going to use scraps that I have from my other projects. And I also know that I want to use some of this to make the inserts that are going to go inside. So the big ones I'm going to save for that. I'm going to use these and this, I think. I want to see. I think this is going to be my cover. So because this is 4.5 by 7, I want to leave a little border around it. So instead of 4.5 by 7, I'm going to go 4 by 6.5. Let's see if that's the right size. It is. You could make it a little bigger, but I also want to round these 2 corners. Okay, so now this one is taped. I'm going to open this up so it's flat and lay that right in the center. I have a nice big border around mine, so you don't have to do that. You could just cut it down. Like I said, this was 4 by 6.5. You could do 4.25 by 6.25, but I like the big border around that. Very cute. Now you could put paper here, but I think what I'm going to do is see if I have any lace that I like better. Now on the inside, I was wondering if any of these would fit, and I think this one is going to fit perfectly there. One thing I probably should have done was to distress the edges of this pocket because I can hardly see it here, you know, against the background of this. But one thing is I could, I could mat this and put it under here, and that would show it off. Let's see. I could do 3 by 5 on a mat here. For now, let me mat this. I want to see how much I have left over. And I'm thinking I want these for the inside. This will be the outside, and this will be the inside. So again, these are 3.5 by 7, so I'm going to go 3 by 6.5. So I have these, and I need to round the outer corners again. Again, these could be distressed before putting them on, these little mats that I'm doing. And I've got one for this side, so these 2 corners need to be rounded. Okay, now I still have another 3 by 6. I want to see if it fits, and it does, and I think I will go ahead and mat this. I don't need it to go all the way. I only need it to go right to about here, so I'll trim that. And I need to trim this one corner. Now, in order to slide it in here, I think I want liquid glue because I'm afraid I can't slide it once I get that tape on it. Okay. Now it makes it so much easier to see that I've got a pocket here because I've got that matted. So that's the cover so far. Let me look see what I have on the spine here. Okay, I like this one. It is a slightly bit bigger than what I have here. Not bad. It only leaves a very tiny sticking out in there. I think that's really cute. I like that. Now, if you wanted to make a closure, one of the things you can do would be to drape a ribbon around here that you're going to tie, and then put a spine cover over that ribbon, or you still could put a ribbon over that right now, which I don't think I'm going to do. Now, this obviously needs something on the cover, but what we're going to do is stop right now because we got the basic construction down. The part 2 of this will show making the inserts that are going to go into this pocketbook, and making just something for the front here. Thank you for watching. Make sure you check all the links down below for the information on how to get this kit of these papers from Auntie Vera's Scrap and Craft.